southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I'll slow down, standing in the pouring rain.
What's going on, guys? Tristan and Tony back with another episode of the One Hell of a Life Outdoor Podcast from the Frogg Toggs booth. It's Sunday here at the Ducks Expo, and we got the Dr. Duck gentleman here. We got Mr. Dennis Loosier and Billy Campbell from Dr. Duck. We've had Billy on the last couple summers, and excited to finally have both of them sitting down here together with us. And Donnie's behind the camera getting some content. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and making time for us. We're excited to talk with y'all.
Man, thank you for the invitation, and glad to be here. And it's been an exciting time here at Ducks here in Memphis, Tennessee, and it's been a great couple of days. And I guess we're getting ready to knock out the last day, and hopefully a lot of people show up again today.
I am so impressed right now.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, you knew where we were, what the name of the convention was. This is huge. Can I get a copy of this when you guys are done recording? This is a big deal.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't ever catch a break.
I think I'm gonna go sit on that cooler and watch the show. This is good. This is really good. It is an honor. I'm with Dennis. It's an honor. Love what you guys do, and
thank you, man.
We've been talking back and forth for years now, and always enjoy the time shared, and very thankful to be able to do this today, especially with our friends here at Frogg Talk.
Right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys have been killing it. Yeah. And we got little Charlie running around here. He's been slinging product. I was timing him yesterday, and I said, I'm going to see how much product he sells in 10 minutes. Six sales. I'm not counting the items, but 6 people he made sales to. And I said, has he been doing that all morning? They said, yeah. I said, that kid had to sell 100 products by 2 o'clock.
Hey, he's going somewhere, I promise.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He is. We had him on for a little bit the first day. So
Did y'all see that bin that they had filled with hats like on Friday?
there
There had to have been, I don't even know, over 1,000 hats, and he was handing them out the whole time. He got rid of all of them.
It's slinging them like Chinese stars.
We need to put him in our booth. We're getting rid of Hunter.
Oh, he'll sell some stuff for you. I'll tell you that, boy.
He will. I won't. I was saying, I've been in sales for a long time and everything, and there's some things you just can't teach people. And this lady walked up and he said, "Ma'am, can I help you?" And she said, "I'm just looking." Next thing you know, she's walking out with a bag full of goodies.
Hey, I got a bone to pick, Tony.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I had your boy crawfishing a while ago. I walked up. I said, "Where's your pops at?" He said, "He went to pee." You know how and he just stopped. No, that's all right. Go ahead and say it. What? How us old people are? Got to pee all the time?
That's right.
Hey, he was very courteous.
I'm used to it,
He
man.
caught it before it come out, but I was like, no, go on and say it. Go on and say it. So he called you old while you was gone is what he was about to do.
Hey, I'm as good as I once was.
Yeah.
I'm only. How's that go?
I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm good once.
Wherever it
Something
was.
like that. Whatever Toby Keith said, R.I.P.
I remember my old man got to where he couldn't do much, and he said, "I just want to let you know," he goes, "you could never whoop my butt." And I thought, man, I could easily whoop his butt. But then I thought, no, I can't. No, I can't. He's going to do some kind of crazy move on me, something I never even knew about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's 70-something years old.
He wrestled in high school, so I never did any wrestling or anything, but yeah, I can't take him still. I mean, I probably won't ever be able to.
No, but I'll tell you what, it does create a unique challenge when it comes to going to the bathroom. Me being my age and him being his age, we're on the road all the time. You guys know how it is. And he's like, we got to get there in this many hours. And I got to pee. We got to pull over and pee.
I'm lucky. I love my truck.
Yeah.
Everything about my truck except the fact that I drive a very old truck, and I'm not going to get a new one. This one's paid for, and I like that payment.
That's where I'm at right now, too.
But I got a big Tundra, and the tank is only 22.5 gallon tank.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why anybody would have ever done that in a big truck with a 5.7, but pulling a boat, I get about 200 miles to a tank. That's it.
I feel you.
But it's perfect because every time I get gas, I get to pee. So I never had to say, hey, I got to stop.
Right.
We just had to get gas.
That's right.
Probably an old man designed that,
Yeah, you're probably right. That's got to be it, because I've never figured out why they would do that. But that makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
I remember back, you remember they used to, maybe they still do, but I just remember going around my stepdad and everything. We were traveling and everything. He always had. So I only buy trucks that got dual gas tanks. And I remember there used to be on a little Ford switch.
That's right.
You just switch that tank over, and I don't feel like we ever got stopped. And guess what? As a little kid, he's like, "Hold it." I'm back there shivering, sweating, and everything else, you know. But that's what come full circle. Do you want coffee that doesn't suck? Get the Duck. Dirty Duck coffee is made specifically for the waterfowl enthusiast. Enjoy flavors like Morning Wood, Dark Dynasty, Cinnamon Teal Snickerdoodle, and First Flight to unlock the flavor that you'll enjoy in the blind for years to come. On that, so all my life I struggled with that. As a kid and everything, I thought, man, I guess I just don't know how to hold it, And then finally I went and saw a men's health doctor as I'm getting older and everything. He said, "You got a degenerative nerve." And I'm like, "Thank you." They gave me an excuse finally, I was like, I'm not as soft as I thought I was.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
No, man, but how's you guys been going?
Good. There's been a ton of people by. We're very thankful for everybody that stopped by. If you're listening to this, it's been great and just really been overwhelmed. We had the opportunity. We were blessed. DU gave us a chance to get up on stage yesterday. And
Oh, nice.
it's always, and not necessarily for us, but just to bring that public land conversation into a great conservation event like this is a really big deal to us.
Sure.
So to have that opportunity, and then they've got a podcast set up over there as well. We got to sit in on that, and everybody here. It's so great to see. Private land guy, you even got deer hunters here, right? That come support conservation.
Sure.
A lot of public land guys. We met a lot of young people come through and shake hands and talk ducks, and it's outstanding. But something that we were talking about yesterday, wouldn't it be cool when duck season gets here if everybody acted just like this?
Right? No kidding.
Instead of worrying about who got where first or whatever, or who's shooting, who ain't shooting. And if everybody just said hello, shook hands, and was excited to see each other, that'd be a really big party this season, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? It sure would, man. It sure would, But, I just remember back, Billy, we've talked about this before, but, you guys were an inspiration to us,
Thank you for that.
When we first, it was intimidating. We cut our roots down in Florida. So, but you still deal with public land down there, but it's a totally different environment, and I just remember that we're not going out there until we can put out enough time. Because Billy and Dennis said, "You got to go scout."
Yeah, we legit were like, all right, we're going out there for a week. We know like 3 days we're not hunting. We're just trying to find something, and but just trying to be respectful of people is y'all's whole point on that. And that's we're like, that's what we're doing. We're not going to try to mess up anybody's thing, and just.
Well, and I think what ended up happening was our boat motor broke down, and I think
y'all know something about that. I'm sure.
Never seen it.
Off of Tristan's watch, I think we put 49 miles on foot scouting.
Oh goodness!
Yeah, awesome. And we didn't shoot. We didn't shoot a mallard. We smoked some wood ducks. That's always fun. But we didn't shoot one. And the funniest thing about it, we're totally defeated, and we're on that last morning hunt, and we're packing up to get out, and so all of a sudden we're. I was like the mallards were just saying to us, "See you later."
Yeah.
Here's a good little swift kick in the butt.
Yeah.
But you cut your teeth, that kind of thing. But you guys do so much. You're such an ambassador of the right message. It's about the journey you guys always talk about. Now the same team, and that has created such a unity. I don't know if you guys actually I think you do get to see it and feel it because you're out there doing it every day. Right. But from the outside looking in, you guys just wouldn't believe the people we talk to all the time. Like I just had a guy tell me a story about a guy you helped out, had to hunt with him, he had a broke down motor. And you said, "Come on," and the guy's like, "Who does that?" Right. But guess what? Next time that happens to somebody, they're gonna say, "Hey, come on over here, not with us."
Well, that guy there has been doing it we've hunted together for more than 30 years, and I've watched him do that the entire time. So, and look, I had heard somebody say recently, don't confuse or mistake my humility for weakness.
Yep.
Or my kindness for weakness.
Right.
Right. He loves the competitiveness. We both do. And we understand that's part of this game, and we're not trying to remove that. We enjoy that just as much as anybody.
Sure.
and I'll let, he's got a great perspective on that. Everybody remembers good game, and I'll let you talk about that, but we're supposed to be respectful to one another.
That's right.
I don't know why people are forgetting that when they
it.
put a shotgun or a duck in front of them. I don't know.
There's a book that talks all about
That's
it, right?
right. That's right.
No, I remember that kid, and he was at the boat ramp, and he just couldn't get that boat started, and he was in a frenzy. It was a cold day, and he was such in a frenzy. He was actually sweating. He was like in panic mode. And I said, "Man, what's going on?" And anything I can do to help you? And he said, "No, my boat just won't get started." And you could tell he was upset. And I said, "Well, just pull your trunk, pull that boat right over there, and just jump in with me." And he was in shock. He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah, man. Grab your dog, get your gear." I said, "You don't need no decoys. Just come on. We got it all."
Yeah.
And he went hunting with us. We had a pretty good hunt, but to me, that's what it's truly about. And now when I see him on the river or out, it's just what it's about for me. And the thing too about in the woods, how we treat each other. Our sport is just like any other sport, and that sport's like this. Everybody's played some type of sport, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the game, there's one thing you do when you win or lose. You walk across, you shake hands. You
That's
say,
right.
Good game. And we have to understand that on public ground. You're going to win, you're going to lose some, and you have to shake hands and move on. Give the winning team respect, give them the hole, and go try to find another spot. It's sitting there arguing about we're staying, it doesn't matter if we lost or not, and causing conflicts is one of the reasons why we're getting more regulations on public ground.
Yeah.
And that's why it started in Arkansas, it's went to Kansas, now it's in Oklahoma. Thank God Billy's on the board for the state of Texas, and he's there to voice our opinion as a public land hunter, because they tried to attempt to do it there as well. So if we have people in the room that can fight for us, which we don't have a lot of people doing that now, it will help. But also it will help if the most thing will help is that how we treat each other.
That's right.
And we don't need to be police. We need to police our own self.
That's right.
The restrictions for me, and we talk about it as well, it doesn't really affect me as much because I'm older in life, but I think about the kid that is from Florida, Georgia, Alabama, that has limited time and limited access, and then when you create restrictions, you're not allowing him to go out and enjoy it. Because a lot of these young guys is either going to college or they're starting a family, they got jobs, they got limited time off, and it makes it really hard to introduce their future family.
Sure.
So I think we got people in place that's not really seeing the full circle sometimes when we're doing these regulations. I think they seeing us, it's about me, and I'm going to try to make it better for myself and not everybody else.
Right. Well, and I heard you talk many times about, one regulation creates another regulation. I heard you get hot on that topic a little bit one day.
I'm trying not to say anything.
He's like, great, Tony.
I could eat up a lot of oxygen in this room on that topic.
It's terrible because they think they fix one problem and then it creates another problem, and then they create another regulation on top of that trying to fix from the beginning. So I think what has to happen is like we just got to figure it out. We talking about like we are. We just got to get the word out, and there's a group of young men right there standing there, and we just got to talk in front of these guys. And then yesterday we have the opportunity today, and it's just got to get out. But more people are starting to talk about it now.
Yeah.
And that's what has to happen. It's got to be more than me, just Billy talking about it. It's got to be you guys, everybody with a podcast. Everybody, when you get a chance to set that example, be that example, like this is how it's got to be, so we can get these restrictions uplifted and everybody can get back into the woods.
That's right. It's part of our duty as a media outlet. We were talking about that the other day, just a little bit. It's just that, eyes are on, especially y'all. You guys got such a giant following and everything, but every one of us need to be ambassadors of that.
Well, I think especially from what I see on TikTok, you could post the dumbest thing and it goes a million views on there.
It's insane.
And so really it's any more on a platform like that could you could go viral for something. It's really
it's in the teens that morning, and maybe you're chasing ducks or geese. But now it's September and it's 85 degrees and you're hunting early teal or geese. As a waterfowler, you need dependable weather protection that will not break the bank. Founded in 1996, Frogg Toggs is not only the leader in breathable waders technology, but a company you can depend on to keep you warm and dry, head to toe, no matter your hunting environment.
It doesn't matter if you have one follower or a million. It really kind of goes back to those old school like values of being a good steward of the outdoors and that kind of thing, where regardless of the following, you still got to treat it with that level of, respect and for everybody. Because I mean, you never know. We all see the videos of stupid stuff going viral, and I mean, it's like, okay, let's maybe not post that, and just let's post a good message because maybe that'll, so.
That's such a really good point,
Right.
which exactly what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's with this social media thing that is such a great tool.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of that selfishness. This will go viral, or this is gonna get all the eyeballs. Is that really what you want to throw out there?
Right.
And if you don't think Game and Fish is not watching that stuff,
Yeah.
Sure.
and when you do things like that, that's how they base these regulations on.
Yeah.
And now that's why we're getting maybe, we're looking at a draw in Arkansas now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you take that situation, I got an idea about what you're talking about with two guys in a hole somewhere. Yeah, so they see that. Now it started that.
Yeah.
And that's how it starts. And they don't see all the good. It's just that one bad thing that goes viral, and then we got that reputation. Hey, these guys are out there fighting in a hole somewhere. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
So now we're going to create this regulation because we're going to put a stop to it.
Right. Well, you guys were, and I'll let you go over the details because I can't think of the details in my mind. But I know Billy, you guys were on the podcast talking a lot about, and you were certainly influential in Arkansas making a change over there about the
Designated days.
Designated days. You made a valid point. Will you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I don't remember 2 or 3 years ago when they limited out-of-staters to 30 days, and I don't know that I could take credit for that. We definitely were part of that conversation, and anyone who, and you guys travel to that area as well. A lot of people do. If you look at the numbers, there are just as many out-of-state hunters in the state of Arkansas as there are in-state hunters. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. And you know what? If they feel like I don't like it, but I liked less the fact that they were going to tell us what 30 days you can hunt. And, the best case for this is with Dennis's son going to work for a living, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. He wouldn't be able to hunt with us when we traveled to that area. Even though he has 2 weeks off, those 2 weeks didn't fall in the 30 days that he could hunt there, so he was not allowed to hunt that state at all. And that's to Dennis's point with these younger kids who are in school or fresh out of school, starting a family, trying to go to work for a living and make a living for their family and doing everything they can to do things the right way. And here they are with an opportunity to go do something, and they can't do it because a regulation is put in place limiting them. So at least if you're going to limit us, let us pick the days so that we can work around our work schedule. Or Dennis and I, we have the freedom, and that's what I love about hunting with this guy. It ain't about him.
Right.
It's about them. When it comes to us, we'll make it work.
Right.
But even in that situation, are ducks there? Is water there?
Right.
We don't go to a place just, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we're all trying to shoot ducks.
Right.
And I want to be where the ducks are. I want to be where the weather's right. I want to be where the water's where it needs to be to have ducks and hold ducks and get new ducks when the weather does push. And we weren't, for me, it really came to light dealing with talking to AGFC. They've been super courteous. They've come on some podcasts. They've opened their website up to public discussion and conversation about what they're doing.
Yep, I've noticed that.
And that's good. Whether or not they're listening and whether or not what happens as a result of that is what it is. But you hear a lot about these guys wanting to provide a quote-unquote quality experience.
Right.
And Dennis and I have talked for years about define success. I mean, look at his shirt. It says enjoy the journey, right?
Right.
It's your journey, and everybody's going to define that differently.
Right.
But at the end of the day, for us, success is not a number of ducks.
Right.
The time that, I don't have my father. Seeing what you guys do is super special to me.
Oh, thank you,
man. That means
It means a lot to me too.
Well, you ain't got, it don't matter if you kill anything.
No, no.
You talked about taking, we all take licks.
Sure.
So whenever you can get to that stage in life where you quit worrying about how many ducks I killed today and enjoy that experience, right? So when I go back to what I said about defining a quality hunt, I'm going to tell you, even at my age, I'm going to define duck hunt for you from my perspective.
Right.
And that's going to be me finding ducks. Actually, it's going to be him finding ducks. But you find the duck. I found some, but I don't find near as many as this guy. But you find the ducks. You get the hole. And I have the opportunity to hunt those birds.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Right.
I can't control what the weather does. I can't control what the ducks do. But I have the opportunity to hunt those birds. Every regulation they're putting in place, I can't scout no more in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Unless I do it while people are hunting.
This summer, make memories on Florida's Forgotten Coast with Williamson Outfitters. From inshore and nearshore fishing to scalping and snorkeling in the bay, plus custom boat tours made for family fun, they've got something for everybody. And when the sun sets, it's time for a nighttime flounder gigging adventure you'll never forget. Small group or big group, day or night, Williamson Outfitters has a fleet of boats and a team of licensed captains ready to take you out. Call or text Captain Chris at 850-251-8650 or visit floridaducks.com. Williamson Outfitters, making the Forgotten Coast unforgettable.
That's... And look, I'm not saying that's not a good rule.
Right.
Because of the amount of pressure. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is every regulation is prohibiting me from duck hunting the way I define it.
Sure.
And if we continue down this road, these regulations are going to make it. And I'm going to use one of the most popular areas in our home state, Richland Creek, Richland Chambers. We used to hunt there. And they went to draw only.
Really?
So if you want to hunt there, you put your name in a hat. There are states and there are also places that you have to physically be there at 5 a.m. to put your name in that hat. And you may not even have a place to hunt today there.
Yep.
How you going to get a plan B when you have to move physical locations at 5:30 in the morning?
Right. Yeah.
So when you get back to that definition of hunting, now it's them telling me when I can hunt, where I can hunt, and if I even have an opportunity.
Yeah, if you're even going to
hunt.
have a chance. Right.
As a public land guy, that's not what this is about.
No.
And I understand they feel like they need to get involved because of what they see, like Dennis said, these few situations. Until we can all come together and show these guys that we can regulate ourselves, all we want is this opportunity.
That's right. That's right.
If you take that opportunity from me, I have not hunted Richland Chambers since they did that.
No kidding.
And I won't.
Yeah.
That's not duck. I mean, look.
I'm sure you guys share memories and things there. Certain hunting spots you had that last a lifetime. What a shame that you can't go experience that again.
I don't want to be. What's the purpose of getting outside? You can say, hey, I draw closer to God. I'm out in God's creation. I don't have the hustle bustle. I wander. I wander where I want. If he goes scouting, I'm not going to see him till well after dark. He's going to take in everything that's going on, and he wants to learn how these ducks are working, how he can trick them tomorrow, and all these. They're taking that away, and they're taking it away because of our actions as a public community.
That's right. That's right.
And
that's right.
So I appreciate you asking. I'm sorry to burn everybody's oxygen up at this table.
That's
perfect.
perfect.
That's good. No,
Perfect.
That's perfectly said.
It's perfectly
And
said.
you got guys in Arkansas, and I get it. Our favorite place to hunt in Texas, I was in there last year. Nobody beat us in there. When I come out, there were only 3 other trucks in that area. It's for some reason it's still an area that not as high traffic as some other areas. All 3 of those were from Arkansas.
Wow.
I was the only Texas truck in there. Me and him.
And
That's interesting.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
People travel, and good hunters will figure out where birds are, and they're going to go kill them. And I ain't mad about that. And I want that opportunity to be there for my grandkids.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
But
right.
the rate we're going right now, and I understand an Arkansas guy saying, we got enough pressure in these. There are some high pressure spots.
Yeah, right.
And I could get where they say, well, it'd be nice if no out-of-staters could come here. That could cut it in half. If we just get rid of the out-of-staters, it would cut it in half. And that's fine. But if they do it, and we do it, Oklahoma does it, I can be to Oklahoma, Louisiana, or Arkansas in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
If all those states do that,
Now what?
right, where are we going?
You
Where are we
gotta
going to
go
go?
to Alaska?
I-
I mean,
I don't know the answer.
right.
So all these guys that are saying, that's not a bad thing. I would like to cut the pressure in half in my state.
Yeah,
That's fine. You're going to have to realize at some point you're doing it. Everybody's watching you do it. Everybody else starts doing it. We get down this road. Now, nobody's going to be able to hunt anywhere else unless you go through a draw system. And it's just, here we are. Duck hunting, like it or not, will be defined differently. And it's not the way I said it. It's going to be you show up, you take a number, and you'll find out where we want to put you, if we put you at all.
Yeah.
And
It takes away so much.
You got to be crooked in the head if you think that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
And that's where it's headed.
Well, the thing too, if you got a guy that thinks like that, doesn't want out-of-state guys coming in, right? He's thinking about number one himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of states out there, and like I said, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I talk to these kids all the time.
Florida,
Alabama. It's really tough hunting, and these guys.
It's hard to kill a mallard.
It's hard to kill a
No
mallard,
doubt, yeah.
and they want to go and everybody's got wood ducks, but you want to go experience shooting different species, and want to travel and see a new area. Maybe you just want to learn a spot.
Right.
But when you start taking that opportunity away, then the numbers drop. Then you don't have hunters to support you,
Yep.
and it eventually just dies because, like a lot of these guys maybe go once a year, and then they like, well, I'll get tired of shooting wood ducks in my own state. They hang their stuff up.
Yeah.
And then when you need help in that state to get something approved or done, or if you need money to get levies fixed, and not that many people's using it, we'll just let the levees wash away.
Well, and think about them.
or maybe we'll sell it.
Or
Right.
sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well, when thinking about
scary if
the
that
amount
ever
of
happens.
revenue that and I'm not trying to play non-resident versus resident, but it's a significant amount of revenue that comes from out-of-state hunters. Significant to all these local businesses.
You know what
that
an
depend on-
Arkansas guy pays to hunt the state of Arkansas for his entire season, waterfowl hunt?
It's went up.
If you live there,
If you live here, what?
if you live there, it's $40-something.
Wow.
You know what it costs me to hunt there for 30 days as a non-resident?
What?
$800.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got to buy all your passes, your 3-day passes.
Every 3-day
yeah,
pass
things,
is
Yep.
45,
40,
42,
apiece.
whatever it is.
Mm.
It is like $780 or $800.
If you buy all 10 of them, and you buy your hunting license, period, and you could be bumping 800.
Well, and I've been sitting here thinking about, growing up, and we talk about my mom's success. She was at one time she was on the front page of Buckmasters as America's best lady bow hunter.
Awesome.
Set a world record, and everybody knew we're from Illinois, that if you want to go to the Super Bowl deer hunting, you're going to Pike County, Illinois. Or what they used to call it a 3-triangle. They call it the Golden Triangle. There was 3 counties there that there were more Pope and Young record books taken out of those 3 counties than everywhere else in the United States combined. And we were there. And I remember growing up as a young man and the out-of-state hunters, but being on the side of the in-state hunters. And what it gives me chills thinking about right now with what our stepdad would teach us is, we'd be up there at Thanksgiving and it was mostly out-of-state hunters, way over. But we'd be up there Thanksgiving stuff, and we would all have potlucks together, and we all knew where each other hunted, and everybody didn't have a problem with it. They had this level of respect. Hey, they got to that field, they got their stands up. You stay away from there. You respect them. That kind of thing. And it was just the way it was. And now, you hear about all this, a guy sets up next 50 yards from me or whatever, which I always say when somebody does that, 9 times out of 10, they just don't know any better.
Right.
There's not that many people that are trying to be a jerk. All right. They're 9 times out of 10. But I definitely understand what it feels like. It wasn't waterfowl hunting, but I understand what it feels like if you're an Arkansas resident. Very similar.
Yep.
What it feels like to have all these out-of-state hunters coming in, and it makes you kind of feel like something's being taken away, but it's not.
No.
It's not. They're coming to live a dream just like we did when the first time we wanted. You guys inspired us. I want to go shoot a mallard on public land. I want to play that game because I'm competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like, to us, that's our first playoff game or our first Super Bowl we go to. Who doesn't want to? I mean, if you're a serious waterfowl hunter, you want to go to Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even the state itself, duck capital of the world.
Right.
They advertise it, and they embrace out-of-state guys coming in. The state itself does. It's just a select few guys in there that's just, man, they just hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But talking about that guy setting up 50 yards from you, and you're right, they just don't know, and we got to take time to educate those guys. Well, I have a lot of guys reach out and say, man, you're only hurting yourself by doing this. You're going to, to me, I don't feel that way. I feel totally opposite. I'd rather hunt by a guy who knows what they're doing than not.
Sure.
Because, that guy's going to call them in. He's going to take great quality shots. He's going to call when they're over his hole. He's probably going to get quiet when they're over mine. Allow me to call and give him the same respect and let him work his birds in. Instead of that guy that's over just wailing all the time and sky busting, because, it's not that they're trying to run your ducks off. It's just exactly what you said. They just don't know any better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, the more education we can get out there in our videos and everything like that, we try to help these guys that is inspired to start to duck hunt is one of our main goals, because I want that guy to be successful. And when he sets up beside me, we want that same
Let's
respect.
eat a biscuit and shoot some ducks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it increases the competition a little bit, but it's a respectful thing too. And there again too, it's a hunter's choice too, because there's a lot of times we'll have a duck single just fly in out of nowhere, land right in the hole, right? Well, our neighbor might be working a big wad of mallards over there. And it's a hunter's choice. Do you shoot that one, or you let your neighbor over there try to get the volley in? Or the flyby wood duck, or the flyby teal. You're not working any ducks, but your buddy is, and you got this flyby teal or flyby wood duck. You let it go. We do.
Yeah.
We would like to see our neighbors, and probably don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
But we'd like to see them get that volley down and see what happens, and hear that big boom, 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 boom. And we're celebrating for them. That's awesome to see.
Right.
We just gotta be on the same page. And I'm not telling you not to shoot. Like I said, that's a hunter's choice. I just know what we choose to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, and kind of finish off my circle about the whole Illinois thing, and we're talking about how rules make rules and changes happen and all this stuff. Now I'm an out-of-state hunter. I can't hardly afford
full circle
to go.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs you to go bow hunt deer if you're a resident?
I have no idea.
$45 for a tag plus your license, which is like $15. All right.
Oh.
You know what it costs us now? $600. Brutal. I mean, it's just. I mean, I grew up there. I was there all my life until work moved me away.
Yeah.
And not that they should make a special rule for anybody that moves out of the state. But it's a tough one to take. What I mean? And then now we got a friend of ours that's got some land up in Iowa. I can't go enjoy what I do because I have to wait 3 to 4 years in a lottery system.
Yeah, and
He owns land
Right.
there, and he's got to do the lottery system. He's got 300 acres,
it's insane.
and he's got to wait 3 years before he can get drawn.
I appreciate you bringing that up. I don't deer hunt, and
Yeah.
I'm not aware of that. But as you're saying that, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to experience
Yes.
similar situations if the tide don't change.
That's right.
And And I don't stop. It's not just selfish hunters or lack of knowledge. Dennis and I talked about this years ago, that if public guys and people that managed public property wanted to be competitive in duck hunting, that they would have to step their game up. You see a lot of public properties that maybe don't spend the money or have the resources, or maybe the resources are utilized. I don't know. I'm not on the backside of that deal. Excuse me. But with so many private clubs now, so much money being spent by gentlemen that want to go shoot birds on private clubs, and or whether it's growing, all these situations, the level that these private places have climbed to impacts public property.
Oh, yeah.
When public is not spending the money they need maybe to keep levee systems in good shape and so forth, and you got all these private clubs spending that kind of money. And then on top of that, all the outfitters, all the guides, how many people, you know, I asked those representatives from those states, how many outfitters do we have in the state of Texas? I have no idea. I asked Oklahoma, how many you got? I have no idea. I can tell you it's a lot.
Yeah.
Because I ain't knocking nobody's door to get permission to hunt their property.
All right.
So you got these high-end clubs. You got all the land being leased up. If a young man with no money wants to go hunt, where is he going? The amount of duck hunters is not increasing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you public property has not got more pressure, but it's because they got nowhere else to hunt.
Yeah, we're losing. I mean, our habitat is shrinking through private land and loss of conservation.
And then you're going to pile these regulations on top of it. So those situations you're talking about, I don't see this heading anywhere else.
It's scary.
If we don't fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and the time is now. I mean, the time is now. We got to do something now. And let's face it, sometimes it's getting the right word to the right person, because we all know that there's a lot of things that happen in politics, and I'm not going to go on a whole politic rant, but sometimes it's not about what you know, it's who you know, what they say. And sometimes we can get that right message to that who you know person that could make a difference.
You got to have the guy that can sign the dotted line in the room with you. And, you know, talking about the state of Texas, too, I mean, when you sit around, even our governor, which I love, but you sit around and you brag about, hey, we have this much money in surplus, right? And then you go out to our public lands and you see that it's not taken care of and it's not really managed. You really got one biologist trying to probably work the whole area there, and it's not enough. And if we have the surplus, why we're not funding our public lands more? Why we're not creating more habitat, maybe planting stuff? You know, I know there's one state a few years ago, and maybe still does every once in a while. They'll seed around the lake to have jack millet, you know, and to create success for a public land guy to have, you know. But Texas is one state that can do a much better job, and I do think they are trying in some certain areas, but I do think it could be a lot better than what it is. I think they just do enough to just say, hey, we did this.
Right.
I think we need to get, hey, let's make it better. Let's make it where we can recruit. Let's make it better where we can keep guys involved. And trust me, there's a lot of young men out there I know that would leave and love to even volunteer to help do some of these projects.
No doubt.
That's a great point. Yeah, you're totally right, Des. I mean, we talked about that. We got a spot, you know, in southeast Georgia that's very special to us. You know, we had an incredible experience there. We had 10 other guys show up on an early teal hunt. You don't get that opportunity in Georgia like that.
Right.
And we took 128 birds over 2 days and hunted with 10 guys and made it happen.
Right.
But point is that
Where was my invite?
we invited you, but you said you were too busy working for him.
Chauffeuring.
Yeah.
No, but now, you know, half of that land is quota only. Not the specific area we were in, but half of it is.
What do you mean quota only?
Like lottery draw. Yeah.
A lottery draw.
Okay.
Yeah. And so will that happen to that someday? I don't know. You know, but anyway, it's just I hated to go down that whole spiral with that, but it's important that we talk about it.
It is, and I think I think it's necessary to kind of sum it up and close it by saying that if we don't come to the realization, Dennis and I talk about the same team, you guys get it, I've heard you talk about it, I hear it a lot of I mean, it's a part of a lot of people's conversations now, and I'm very thankful for that. And I think it needs to be. We don't need to wait. We saw what happened with this attempted public land sale and all these different brands and different types of people from all different areas come together and say, we don't want you to sell our property. It's going to have to get to a point where we as public land guys realize, do I want that opportunity or not?
Right.
Right.
And if I want that opportunity, just the opportunity to shoot ducks where I want to go outdoors, then I'm going to have to accept the fact that I'm going to stop being selfish. I am coming to the realization that we are on the same team.
Yep.
And we own this property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
The hunting dollars, the Pittman Robertson funds, we self-fund what we do. And we're going to have our voice heard.
That's right.
And it's going to take a unified voice to do that. But I hope we don't wait too late for everybody to get on the same page with this deal.
Well, and I'll tell you this, and just talking about getting the message out, you guys, I've just seen it in myself, just from the outside looking in, watching what you guys do all the time. And I can only handle 2 media platforms at one time if I'm lucky, and these guys are like, did you see that on TikTok? I'll be like, I haven't checked TikTok in a week. I don't know how to TikTok, but the younger folks do, and they can just sling that stuff, which is great. I forgot the point I was just getting ready to make about.
You're good. No, you're good, man.
Fumble Rooski.
Yeah.
No, I forgot the point I was just going to make with that. You guys I've seen it, just what I see on social media. There is way less bad words and bad things happening than there was 5 years ago. No doubt in my mind. I mean,
That's great news.
I see and hear so much more positive channels than I have. I mean, conceptually, I can't put it on a spreadsheet for you, but I know that when I get on there and I'm looking through the comments and I'm going through.
And perception is reality.
That's right. And you got people that maybe a young kid asks an innocent question on a certain group or something and gets hammered.
Oh, yeah.
And I see people standing up for him. You know what I mean? And people, hey, you know what? There's always a bad egg in the carton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people standing up, and I do believe y'all are making a tremendous difference. I really do.
I appreciate that, but I think there are so many voices and these great tools that we all have available to us. You guys are as well. Mm-hmm. And I just think we're on the way out. You know what I mean? Dennis is the world's best at letting these young men know, hey, it's you, right?
Yeah.
We are just like you, except we're on the way out. So
I tell them all the time, y'all are coming in the front door and we're going out the back door. It's just father time, and it is what it is, and I just want to leave it better than what I found it, and I just want them to do the same thing. But the reason it's getting better, I think, is because everybody's waking up to it, and everybody's starting to talk about it and starting to point out the bad and starting to look for the better. And I think if everybody continues down that path, we will for sure hopefully start turning things around, and that's exactly what we need.
Yeah, and I always try to say, that song, that Luke Bryan wrote, most people are good. It's the truth. It really is. It is the truth.
And I think we were growing up in a generation, if you didn't have anything good to say, you don't say it at all. And a lot of times I think we just kind of looked the other way and maybe ducked our head, and now we're like, okay, enough's enough.
That's right.
And we're starting to point it out, and everything that's bad comes to light, and I think it's being seen now. So that's the thing that needed to be done a long time ago.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, before we get out, you guys got things to do, and we got a lot of things to do today. Let's hit them with the this or that's.
So we've been doing this thing the whole time.
This or that.
We came up with these questions
and do both of them. I want to hear if they have different answers.
That are some kind of. It's just like this or that, and then you don't have to give like a reason basically, but they're kind of funny. Just a second.
Game show stuff. I like it.
You gotta.
Is there a winner or a loser in this deal?
No, just a matter of
Well,
opinion.
we'll let you pick one, that you can explain yourself on your answer if you want to.
All right.
All right.
I like this game already.
All right.
This or that. The top one.
All right, here we go. We're just going to go with you first, Billy. We'll drill down things.
All right.
12
well,
gauge.
that's cheating because he'll get to hear my answer. We can't give him a heads up. We can't.
Yeah, just have them both do it.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
We'll ask you
No,
both same
just
time and
jacking.
hear your
I'm
answers.
jacking with him.
All right.
Come on with it.
12 gauge or 20 gauge?
20.
Well, this is the easy one. Surface drive or outboard?
Where are we hunting?
Up.
No, it's gator tail.
Right on. Public or private?
Oh, public.
Right on. Face paint or no face paint?
That depends. I mean, if face paint, I can't go wrong.
That's right.
Right? There's been days where I haven't done face paint and said I should have done face paint. We're not going to use it if we don't need to, but
Right.
I'm looking. I got to see the ducks to read the ducks.
Right.
And the last thing I want is him chewing my butt because I pie-faced one.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Frog Toggs or the other brands?
Frog tog all day.
Monster or Red Bull?
Neither.
Fair.
Hey, you had to peel me off the top of the tree. I mean, I don't lack energy. If you were to put any one of those in me, I don't know what would happen. I don't think it'd be very good. I think for all of us, we're gonna say neither.
All right. Breakfast pizza or breakfast sandwich?
Yes. You make a sandwich with the pizza, bro.
Oh, baby, that is.
Come
a
on
good idea.
now.
All right.
You gotta step your snack game up.
That's right. Single read, double read.
Single.
All right. Ford or Chevy?
Toyota.
I knew that was coming. All right. If you're gonna have a beer, Busch Light or Miller Lite?
Bush.
There we go. There we go. All right, Des. 12
man.
gauge or 20 gauge?
If I had to just pick one for all scenarios, I'm gonna go the safest route and do a 12
12. All right. Surface drive or outboard?
surface drive.
That's right. Public or private? We know what that's gonna
Yeah.
be.
Public
And I know what this is gonna be. Face paint or no face paint?
face paint.
I knew that.
That's the safest route.
That's right. Monster or Red Bull?
Celsius.
All right.
Oh,
How
okay.
about this? Slim Jim or Payday?
Payday.
I knew it.
Oh, no way. No way.
Yeah,
Bro, well, that's perfect. I'll just take this box with me, and you don't need any of that.
All right.
I got that sweet tooth.
Single read or double read?
Single.
Busch Light or Miller Lite?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
All right, I'll tell you what, I'm the way on that too. I'm addicted to that
Milos.
sugar-free Milos.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Oh, that stuff. I feel like they call me Cy. I'm walking around all the time. I got a jug with me. I take it with us everywhere. Well, guys, super thank you so much.
No,
you guys taking time out of your day over
It
here.
is an honor always to share the time, and I'm serious. It's so exciting to see so many people doing podcast stuff and the social media stuff and sharing the great passion that we all have for ducks. And it's even more exciting to have this conversation, and you guys keep having that conversation with everybody you have on about how wonderful this sport is. We need more people doing this, and we need to all understand that if we want to get anywhere, we need to be paddling the same direction.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I'm very thankful for the opportunity and always enjoy it. So anytime.
Well, go ahead. I mean, you guys, before we get out of here, what you guys got coming on as far as on media channels? You guys got any YouTube videos coming out? What you guys got dialed up?
Yeah, for sure. We'll start filming again probably later, mid October. We'll head up to Canada, and work our way back down. Of course, we'll hit the three big states that we always normally at, and then of course Billy dropped some plans last night, some new ideas that I'm kind of excited about. See if we can't make those come together. But yes, we will be on YouTube and getting after it, just like we do in every year. So we're
right.
excited.
yeah, I say we're on the way out. I didn't say we was done.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time getting rid of us. If one of us can walk, we gonna find a way.
There's a certain savviness there.
Yeah.
We're gonna find a way. I had
only
a
learned
young
after
guy.
years of hard times, huh?
Hey, I had a young man come by the booth, and it's kind of like that game you just played. After we got off stage yesterday, I really enjoyed that conversation with those young men. There's about 6, 7, 8 of them, and they just all rattled off. You got time for a couple questions, and they all just like boom, 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 boom. Quick answers. And one of them was, "Who's gonna win the hole, me or you?" And I was like, "Don't think just because I'm old that you got a freebie coming today, baby."
That's right.
I'm gonna shake your hand when we done, and we're gonna have fun doing it. But don't think you walking on me. That's right. I'm gonna give you all I got.
That's right.
They are getting harder to win, I tell you. I promise. And we're getting older and we're a lot slower, so things just don't move as good as they used to. But we'll scratch around. We'll find a spot. We'll like Billy said, all we need is an opportunity, and that's all you can ask for. So and that's why we have an A, B, C, and a D and E plan. And sometimes we'll get beat to all of them, and we're just scratching out find a spot somewhere. So
that's right.
But the opportunity is all we ask for.
That's right. That's right. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
And,
It was a blast.
and I'll tell you, before we get out of here, it's one hell of a life.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is.
Thank y'all.
All right,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I've been southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on a midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.